Daniel's got the power, and I was just staying away from it, and it was working.
Potential heavyweight Daniel Dubois had to receive the first defeat of his boxing career against British boxer Joe Joyce. Now, with a significant change after 2 years, Triple D has confirmed his desire to face Joe Joyce in a rematch in order to avenge the only black stain on his career. So what lesson did the young boxer learn from that tough confrontation? Will he be able to prove his talent with a win over perfect chin Joe Joyce in their rematch? Let's find out in today's video, but before you jump in, remember, like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon just like that so you don't miss out on any updates from Boxing Insane.
He looks as though he is poised now. He's really starting to land big shots, and the ref stopped it.
The 25-year-old went into the British title fight with Joyce as the favorite, but took a knee in the 10th round after suffering a fractured eye socket in Church House in London. This defeat halted Dubois' consecutive winning streak. This is the first and only defeat of his career so far. It seemed to be a tough fight for the young boxer. November 28, 2020, Joyce fought undefeated prospect Daniel Dubois in London. This was a highly anticipated domestic matchup that had big implications for future world title hopes, as both fighters came in undefeated on the line. In a competitive fight, it was the jab of Joyce that made the biggest difference, swelling the eye of Dubois from the 2nd round and closing the eye by the 10th round. Dubois was unable to continue in the 10th round. He pawed at his left swollen eye and willingly went down on one knee, taking a 10 count from the referee before being counted out. Daniel was told he would have faced partial or total blindness in the eye if he'd carried on, which would have ended his career. While the decision to accept defeat was slandered by some in the sport at the time, it may prove to have been the correct one, as it limited the severity of the injury so early in the career of a hot prospect. In his post-fight interview, Joyce shared that Daniel had some power, but he felt power like that before. With his experience, he's learned to ride it. Meanwhile, Triple D could not control the strength of the opponent, but was overwhelmed by Joe the Juggernaut, causing damage from the 1st round. That is Dubois' weakness in this confrontation. It seems the young boxer can't accept the big black spot on his record, and he's determined to prove his talent in a rematch with the big man, Joe Joyce. Triple D says he was panicking while taking a knee in the knockout loss to Joyce, but vowed to silence rivals who've branded him a quitter. The heavyweight prospect believes he's learned from the loss and is ready to take on the most informed fighters in the division once again. Since then, Dubois has set a mission to rebuild his career and reestablish himself as a dominant force in the division. Two years have passed since this battle between the two undefeated heavyweights broke out, and their career trajectories have been different since. Daniel Dubois has won 4 straight since a 10th round stoppage loss to Joe Joyce late in 2020, where Dubois suffered a pretty nasty orbital injury. He's still considered one of the top rising stars in the division, and at age 25 is still a very young man at heavyweight. Dubois walked right back into an interim title fight with the WBA before jetting off to America to make his stateside debut on Jake Paul's undercard, where he fought Tyron Woodley. Triple D rose up in the ranks with a win and a version of the heavyweight title in June. He successfully defended the title with a resounding victory over Kevin Lorena in December. While Dubois himself proves to be a far better fighter than he was 2 years ago, he's not the only one to have improved. Joyce has gone on to win 3 fights against world-level opposition, most notably Joseph Parker, and with this win, the Juggernaut has won the vacant WBO interim heavyweight title. Triple D has defined a strategy to prepare for the rematch. He split from trainer Mark Tibbs and teamed up with Shane McGuigan before winning 3 successive fights via stoppage, including a victory over Trevor Bryan, where he won the WBA regular title. With newfound achievement, Dubois told that he's ready to seek revenge against Big Joe Joyce. He claims it will be a different story if they fight now. He's matured, learned, got tougher, and is more aware of the danger that can happen in the ring. That's exactly what he needs to realize after an unexpected injury the last time. He knows not to get sucked into the moment. There were a lot of things that happened. It was instruction and training beforehand and in the lead up to the fight, but he wants to leave all that in the past. He wants to get that rematch, get his revenge. That's really what is burning the fire and motivating Daniel to get started again. He just wants to keep winning until they do meet again. For Joyce, he believes at some point before he hangs up the gloves, he'll probably run into Dubois again. Dubois holds a strong position with the WBA, which could tempt Joyce into the fight, with the winner becoming the mandatory challenger for the WBA world title. With many of the top heavyweights tied up in other fight plans, a rematch between Dubois and Joyce could be closer than fans might think. What do you think about the talent of Daniel Dubois? Will he be able to prove his talent with a win over the perfect chin Joe Joyce in the rematch? Leave your comments below and let us know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, tap that bell icon. You don't want to miss any videos from Boxing Insane. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Very, very closely, and it's all over! Going looking for him again.
Good right time there from Dubois.